Hello, Professor Carl. My name is Pati Setphan.
And my name is Panisa Rungsakhonthong.
And today we're gonna discuss about Guin's strategy for building the world of Earthsea.
Let's
get
go.
started. Earthsea is described as an archipelago of hundreds of islands, surrounded by immense vast oceans. Guin's original map shows a central cluster of inner sea islands, including Wizard Island, Rock, and the large island of Havnor.
Wait, I think Rock kind of plays a lot of roles. What is it? What's the islands for?
Rock Island is a pivotal island in the inner sea. Rock is home to the School of Wizards in Earthsea. And the island itself feels almost alive, surrounded by mystery enchantments that protect it from outsiders, showing how sacred and powerful this place truly is.
Wait, I got you. If you can remember, that one scene, Get released the shadow and then he runs from it. He tried to return to Rock Island again for his safety and guidance, but the island's ancient enchantment refuses to let him in. Then suddenly the wind shifts against him and the sea girl laughing. No matter how hard he sells, he can find a way through the mess, and it's as if the magic itself, the island itself, rejects him because of the shadow follow him. So personally, I think that scene meaningfully reflects how Gus might face his own darkness alone first, and it shows magic of Rock protect not only the island but also the sacred balance of the world.
And next, Guin, a mountainous island in the northeast. It is portrayed as a single great mountain rising above the sea. Guin is Get's homeland. His village, 10 Alders, lies along the mountain slopes, where he first discovers his magic power, and where youngest uses his magic to defend 10 Alders from garish riders, an act that reveals his bravery but also his pride, setting the stage for later his journey toward wisdom and self-control. And do you know anything about the history?
Oh, I got this interesting creation myth for you. Ancient law holds that Earthsea was named into being by the great mage Segoi. Legends say he raised the islands of Earthsea from the ocean by naming them in the true speech, the language of creation itself. And this creation by naming myth underpins the world's entire magic system. And what makes it so captivating is how Guin gives the world a sense of the wide origin and mystery, making it feel as if the magic is a part of the world's breath naturally.
I also got one.
Wait.
Dragons.
Spider tea.
Early history tells that dragons were older race than humans. And in the Wizard of Earthsea, dragons appears to be ancient, powerful beings who still speak old language naturally and remember this great age. And also in the novel, one of the key moments is when Get guesses a dragon's true name from when he was learning with his master, and forces it to promise never to threaten the archipelago, showing that dragons are deeply tied into the world's myth and also magic.
Oh my god, that's so cool. And now, let me spoil you something about Kingdoms of Old. It is told in the middle of the novel that Earthsea was once ruled by those legendary kings, from the long days of the great king Earthsea, who united the archipelago, under a single dynasty on Havnor. Guin adds a sense of credibility to her world by weaving in these ancient history and legends. Yeah.
Legends?
Yeah, legends.
Legends in the novel. In a Wizard of Earthsea, some of this lore is revealed indirectly through Get's training and experiences. Get learns that no one can lie in the old speech,
Wow.
like a Taoist-like theme of truth and balance. Through this concept, Le Guin shows that magic is not just about control, but it's about understanding and respecting the true names and nature of the world. Anything interesting about people, entities, or language?
Oh yeah. Let's talk about intensity. Like most islander in Earthsea have brown to dark brown skin and dark hair. And interestingly, Le Guin deliberately made get dark skinned to challenge common fantasy stereotypes which often portray hero as white. Like from like cause people who come from the northern Indo-Caribbean lands are mostly blonde and pale, and this choice like highlights her message of inclusivity and the idea that wisdom and power are not limited by any race.
I also got one.
Wait, what's that?
Social structure.
Oh,
Communities are small fishing, farming villages ruled by local lords. Gets farther. For example, is a bronzesmith on Gaunt. Other villagers are like tanner, like fishermen, etc. Across Earthsea, there are also specialized roles, like weatherwick workers,
yeah. I remember
sellers,
that.
sorcerers who control storms and wind, and also the healers.
Wow. And the interesting part too, like about language, which is important. The common language of Earthsea was various like Hardic dialect written in the runic runes like script. However, the true essence of languages in this world lies in the old speech, the ancient language of dragons. In this tongue, every person, every creature, everything has a true name, and knowing it grants power over that being. And this become like a central like to guess Johnny that when he learns the name of Horg or even his shadow, he begins to understand that language shapes reality itself. And I find it's like concept kind of like incredibly because it just reflects the reality in our world, like that
Yeah.
speaking carelessly can have like real consequences. Yeah.
And by tradition, wizards learn to speak all language and keep true names from, like, keep it secret from everyone, but trust his friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the way God did to Wedge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Leguins emphasize that in old speech, a person also has a true name, and one cannot lie. So language and balance are secret. It also shows how deeply language is tied to the human's history and land and way of life.
Wow. Cool.
Wait, so what's the connector between magic and human ways of life?
Well, let's talk about that. Now let's continue about the magic in daily life. Magic is woven into like ordinary culture. Like most archipelagans respect visitors and count them as federal workers. For example, like shift often carry magicians to ensure good wind and protect anything harmful from like a boat, and like farmers play to local spirit, and also storytellers recount magical legends. Visitors are taught that true magic means living in harmony, avoiding any arrogance. And wait, do they have like any belief or any religions like us in like reality?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Religions and ritual. Leguin does apply some traditions in the story. There are sacred groves and stones, such as the imminent grove on Rogue,
Oh.
which people believe holds the roots of the world.
Wow.
On Gaunt, people believe in an afterlife called the Dry Land,
Thailand.
a quiet place where spirits live after death. Gat visits the dry land near the end of the story and meets spirits of the dead. This shows that death and ancestors are most important part of Earthsea's spiritual world.
Wow, I love how she created her world. Like it's just so real and like
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right? And now our presentation has come to the end.
Ooh, what have you learned about it though?
Earthsea is defined by water
Well, islands.
and magic. Geography, culture, and magic are intertwined.
So do legends and language that they reinforce moral and philosophical lessons like the way we have learned with you.
Thank you so much for this amazing semester, Professor Carl. We hope to see you next semester.
And don't forget to grade out very highly.
Thank you.
Thank you.